What's going on, guys? This is Kyle Carroll at MyMMANews.com and Carroll's Corner MMA Podcast. We're joined by special guest Jordan Griffin. Had a big victory on Tuesday night on Dana White's Contender Series. Jordan, congratulations on your victory, and how does it feel?
Oh man, it's unbelievable, and I'm back home. Happy to be back home, and I had to go get my eye checked and stuff. And other than that, I'm good. I'm on a 30-day suspension, and it's an unbelievable feeling. And I've worked so hard and long for it that it's like unreal that it's here. You know.
Yeah, definitely. I've been following your career for a long time now. You took an opportunity and ran with it pretty much. Just you mentioned your eye. Everything okay with that? No real injuries?
No, yeah, nothing. I just got punched one time, like really good, and I was seeing two, and I was a little out of it. And I told him I was like, I was just swinging for anything, and I ended up hitting him. So I ended up flipping him. So it's good.
That's awesome. Well, watching the show and then seeing you right after you win, as you walk out of the cage, you're very emotional, hugging your family and friends. Take us through that and what it felt like when you were leaving the cage.
Man, it was great. You know what I mean? Like I started fighting because I wanted to make money, and I wanted to make money, and I always tell people, I want to buy a house, and I want to buy my mom a house, and I want to do all these things, and it's just nice to know like I can do that. You know what I mean? Like I have the contract, I have the option of doing it. I'm no longer just talking about it and seeing. You know what I mean? It's like I can actually go and achieve it now. So it felt great. Felt good.
Now, while we're watching the TV show, we can see your teammates there. You got Paul Felder who's commentating. He's already there.
Yeah.
And you can just see the emotion from him, hearing him talk, how proud he was of you. And then Anthony Pettis showed up to watch. What does it mean when you got all your teammates coming out to watch you fight at such a big moment for you?
Oh, it was unbelievable, and I really appreciated it. Like those guys put in a lot of work. Anthony has spent a lot of time with me, and Paul as well, like just sparring and always teaching me new stuff. So it meant a lot that they came out. And then Duke, my coach Duke Rufus and his wife was there, and just everybody. It really truly meant a lot that those guys are there, and they've put a lot of effort and time into me, and it's just nice to see that that it all paid off. That I stuck through it. I think there's a lot of different times over the last couple of years that if it was anybody else, they would have quit. And I just put my head down and I grinded through it. So.
And I see online as well, you're mentioning you've been flooded with messages congratulating you from all your family and friends and fans. And you said you're going to get through them all. What does it mean to you now? You're seeing like the fan base that you've had for quite some time, just pouring overwhelming support for you. You just you're a great guy. You're just always in there fighting. You have exciting fights, getting some big time finishes. What does this mean to you? This whole opportunity and experience.
You know what? I appreciate it a lot. I remember when I was an amateur, and then I was just going pro, and all I wanted is for people. All I wanted was for people to know who I was, and I wanted people to enjoy watching me fight, and I think it's amazing. Like, you know what I mean? I want to get back to every single person that's following me. I had some people go, hey, somebody was like, hey, you have a new fan in like Brazil and something Brazil. I was like, oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
It's like a younger guy, and I was like, dude, that's cool. And I keep getting messages like that from different people. So I'm just like, man, I hope people love the way I fight. I hope people give up no matter what. And but most importantly, I want brutal endings. You know what I mean? Like I dropped them, and I was like, oh, you're done. So I want people to just love watching me fight. And people, how long are you going to be in the sport? I'm like, as long as I can be. I don't want to go anywhere. Like, it took me 10 years to get in the UFC. You know, I'm hoping it takes 15 to get me out.
Now I think you have a pretty interesting story. I know, like during the show, I don't know if you rewatched the episode, but they kept talking about these guys who fell into drugs or selling drugs and bad news. But you're a guy who's clean cut, always doing the right thing. You start off 1-4, show up to Duke Rufus, and your whole career turned around. I'm a big fan of seeing guys who've always done the right thing from the beginning, like yourself. Uh, Talk about that and your journey from day one to now you're actually here and you're in the UFC.
Oh man, I don't know. You know what? Yeah, like I didn't grow up in the hood. I didn't like really have. I mean, I didn't know my dad growing up. I didn't know my dad. My mom was a single mom. My mom worked 2 or 3 jobs. I helped raise my little brothers. We had hard times and stuff, but like, I think all that stuff really helped me. And I never, I never, maybe I drank a little bit too much in high school. I feel like everybody does,
Yeah.
but other than that, I feel like I was. Can you stop? Okay, thank you. I was able to really, he's touching everything. Right. I think I was able to really focus. I found MMA, and I was like, man, I love this sport, and then it was like everything just matched up piece by piece. It built up, and I thank God that I found something that I really love. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't love it, I wouldn't have stuck it out for so long. I probably I'll probably everybody hits rough patches in their life. I'll probably hit some rough patches, going into the UFC, but I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? And my next plan, I said my new goal is be a UFC champion. I'm here. Why not? Why wouldn't I be able to be a champion, UFC champion?
Most definitely. And so, speaking of that, any discussion with the boss or anyone else about opponent in the near future?
No, I haven't gotten anything. I just signed Carter and I just made that post. Carter and I just signed the contract today. So the contract signed. I'm officially, part of the UFC, and I couldn't be any happier. So as far as an opponent, I think we had talked before. I'll fight anybody. So it's whoever they want me to fight. If they want me to fight in December 15th here in Milwaukee, that'd be amazing to make my debut. I know all my people would love it. And other than that, basically, if I got my passport. If they need me somewhere else, then I'm ready to go. I'm ready to jump on a flight yeah.
Yeah, UFC comes to Milwaukee in, I believe, October, November?
December 15th.
Oh, December 15th. So that's technically plenty of time for you, even with the 30-day suspension, to get a full camp in, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I'm gonna start cutting weight again, like on Monday. I'm gonna go compete in IBJJF Chicago. So I feel good, and yeah, I just can't do anything like punching or hitting to my face, so nothing like that. So I should be good.
Awesome. And I see your son's pretty young, so I'm sure he hasn't really grasped the whole concept of what you've accomplished. But I saw you a video before with you and him in the gym, and he's punching the bag. What does it mean to you to have your son by your side and experience this? You're experiencing this with him.
It means a lot. You want to like growing up for me, like I didn't. No, don't do that. Growing up for me, I didn't. He's trying to throw his little Hulk gloves out the gut, or his Iron Man skull busting gloves, trying to throw him out the window. Growing up for me, like I think it was a continuous and never ending confusing path, because I didn't have a dad, and I looked at everybody else and like my friends, and they all had their dads. Their dads, kind of guided them, and I have some friends now that they're doing stuff that their dads were doing, for careers, and it's because they were, kind of path, guided into that. And for me, it was kind of like I was just a wild card. I was just out there, I was the third wheeling it with my buddy and his dad, and all my friends, and so I think I was just always trying to figure myself out. I did track, I skated for a long time and competed in skateboarding. I competed competitively in basketball and was on like pretty good teams, high level teams, and I was on varsity track. I was just always sports was my one thing that I had. I felt like. So I think for him specifically, if you will, is he going to be a fighter? Is he going to do this? I said, whatever he wants to do. If he ends up liking art, he's 3.5 right now. If he ends up liking art and he wants to draw pictures and do that, then cool. But let's go all in, and that's what my mom taught me. It's like, if you're going to do something, go all in and just do it, be great at it. So I think it's great. I'm excited to be a part of his journey. You know what I mean? He's not a part of my journey. I'm a part of his journey, and whatever he decides to do, I just hope that he commits, and he's great at it.
Awesome. Well, Jordan, I appreciate you taking the time to jump on here and join me. Anyone you want to recognize or thank or sponsors? I know you have a few sponsors. Anyone you want to recognize?
I'd just like to thank, always thank all my sponsors. Like to thank Combat Corner, Race Start Training, Rufus Sport, Pre-Post Nutrition, Native American Fight Gear. Okay. I'd like to thank my family and my friends, as always. Thank all the new fans I got out there, all the love I'm getting sent. You guys sending me all that love. It's awesome. And I just want to keep pumping out brutal fights. I got all these submissions now. I'm kind of starting to see it. I knock the dudes, I stun them, and then I choke them out. But I want to knock someone out cold. I thought he was gone when I caught him, and I was like, oh yeah, he's gone. And then I was like, no, he's not. This is a tough dude. I'll just choke him.
You're like an anaconda. You bite, you strike them, and then you choke the hell out of them.
Yeah, right.
How can someone find your merchandise? Do you have a website or a place that people could go for your gear?
Yeah, so I'm gonna start selling merchandise. I already started, and it's on. Go to JordanGriffin.life. So www.JordanGriffin.life, and it'll take you directly to my website. The website's gonna, just talk a little bit about me. Have my social media feeds on there. It'll have the gyms that I go to, which is Race Start and Rufus Sport. Race Start's my strength and conditioning coach, Antoinette Semplo. She's amazing. And, Duke Rufus runs Rufus Sport. But yeah, it'll have everything on there. So check the website out, www.JordanGriffin.life.
Awesome. I'll definitely put a link in the description as well on the video so people could see it. Jordan, once again, congratulations on this awesome victory and the beginning of your journey in the UFC. And thank you for coming on. Best of luck in the future, and I can't wait to see who you fight first.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, when I find out, I'll hit you up.
Definitely. And by the way, for those who don't know, I posted a video of the Dirty Dog online, so I will tag you in that as well.
Oh my God. Nice.
Well, still by far one of the funniest videos I've ever seen.
I've continued to check commissions, and I've only gotten a thumbs down from one commission. I forgot where it was. But
it's probably New York.
Huh?
It's probably New York.
Where was it? It was somewhere, but they were like, no, we don't do that here, and I was like, oh, okay. The guy was like, wait, what are you talking about? And then I showed him, and he was like, oh no, we don't do that. I was like, okay.
That's awesome. Well, I hope to God I definitely see it one day inside the cage, because that would make everything. That would definitely be an ESPN highlight.
I'm sure that would be like I was telling somebody, I was like, yeah, my next move is I want to be UFC champion, and I need to make it on that video game. And I feel like that would be like a special move, like you hit the joystick and stuff, and then I dirty dog somebody.
It's like a special cheat, up, down, left.
He's done.
That's awesome. Well, Jordan, I'll let you get back to doing what you have to do today. Thank you for your time, and best of luck in the future.
Awesome. Thank you. See you guys.